Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world and watching us and supporting us. Today, oh my goodness, I finally have Leanne here because last week there is some kind of, you know, uh, emergency that need to be taken care of. So, but today she is here. So I thank you, Leanne, for being here and being, sharing your experience also in this online world. So, before we continue, I would like to ask Leanne to introduce herself.
Yeah, thank you, Melly. So, my name is Leanne Hurren. I'm from Sydney, Australia. I am a mom, a wife, and mum of four children. One of them is my foster daughter, who she lives with us full time. And my background, I was a pediatric surgical nurse for about 6 years before I changed my role as a foster parent
Mm.
and musician. And I've been in the digital business now as a business owner and a coach. And I've been in the business for about 3 years, coming up 4 years in May, June.
Okay,
Mm.
well, thank you so much, Leanne. If ever you guys are wondering what is that sounds that you hear from Leanne's side, that's actually in Leanne's side. That's her birds.
They're not my personal birds. They're called magpies. And I have a family that comes to visit me and they can be quite vocal at times. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
which is
apologize.
really nice to hear. So, thank you, Leon. And this is my first question for you. What are your
Sure.
main pain and struggles in life before the business?
Probably my main pain and struggle as a mum of a child with high needs. My youngest had a lot of therapies and
Mm.
doctor's appointments, and my time was very much focused on her life, making
Mm.
sure that she had the best of everything she needed, being fully available to support her. And at the time, the business, I hadn't even really realized that this business was available to me because my world was all about her. So
Mm.
I pretty much isolated myself from my old friends that I'd had in the past because I was so focused on making a life available for this little girl. So very, very busy, family, a very busy mum. That was,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, with that kind of needs, you like you said, you have to be really focused on them also how to handle them properly.
Hmm.
So, thank you for that, Leanne. And with the second question here, with so many businesses out there, what motivates you
Yeah.
joining in an online business instead of doing your other business at all?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good question actually, because like I said, I was really, really busy with my daughter and my time really wasn't my own. I couldn't really have a regular schedule because
Mm.
any minute I could get a phone call from the school or from therapists that I needed to address for my daughter. So, in the back of my mind, I was thinking about her future and what did that look for her like for her. So I wanted to create a business, a stream of income for her for when she was older that would enable her to have something for her
Mm.
future.
Right.
I have other children as well, and they're all quite capable of creating their own businesses or going into a professional role, or to be able to take control of their life. But my youngest has high needs, so I was looking for a business that I could start, that I could do currently now, build it up. So by the time she was 18, that she would be able to, just with the support of her support workers,
Mm.
continue on with the business. Now, this particular business, I saw an ad online, a lovely lady in Canada who was actually talking in her phone. She had her children playing at the park, and she was just checking in on messages or just connecting with somebody in her business while she was, you know, looking after her children. And I thought, well, hang on a minute, that's what I need. I needed something that was flexible, something that I could multitask. So those moments where I was already spending time online, playing card games or solitaire or something like that, I could use that time to build up a business.
Mm.
So I wasn't depending on anybody. It was all about, what I put in. I wasn't going to let anybody down if I wasn't there at a particular time, or if I had to run away, I could get back to the person. So it needed to be flexible for me. And that's what really drew me to this business.
Mm. Oh
Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah.
as a nurse, you kind of left that to take care of your daughter, and then supposed to be focused just for your daughter, and then you kind of, you know, trying to find something else that you can do other than
Yeah.
taking care of your um youngest daughter also.
And I knew the concept too, Melly, that it wasn't going to happen overnight for me.
Right.
So I needed to start now. I needed to do something different and prepare for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter's 11, she'll be 12 this year. So I needed to have something in place. So if I needed to learn new skills, if I needed to set up structures or businesses, like all the background sort of things, then I knew that I needed to get started.
Right.
And thankfully, I found this system that actually provides all of the back office, and all the systems are in place. So thankfully, I
Mhm.
didn't actually have to do that, but there was still new skills that I had to learn. So yeah,
Right. It's a learning process, I would say, right?
yeah,
Anything.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that in business, anything in life is a learning process. So in number three, you skeptical about this business at all? I mean, you probably didn't know. Did you know you're the person that you become
No,
mentor? No.
no, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
So yeah, look, I was very skeptical. I was hopeful that it was true, that everything that I was hearing was the right thing. But the reality is, and for a number of reasons, why I was skeptical. First of all, I'd been caught up in scams in the past, which actually looked really good. So I was really wary of what I was getting myself into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Secondly, I was still the president of the Lions Club in Parramatta,
Mm,
as well as you know my background of nursing as well. So I wanted something that had integrity,
right.
and I knew that. I was so skeptical. I didn't actually even tell my friends about it for a good while, because I thought, if I'm getting into a business that's not quite right, then I'll wear that myself, and I didn't want to get anybody else involved that I cared about, because if it was a scam, then I wanted to protect them from it.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, definitely, I was very skeptical. Yeah,
Mm,
I
wow.
was like this detective waiting for somebody to go, aha, here's the
Yeah.
catch, but it
Yeah.
didn't. So that's nice. Yeah,
So well, that's how I guess you end up all being here in
yeah,
this amount of years. So
I
what
know.
part of this business do you like the most?
Definitely the community. Oh my goodness. I have a love for international, the community side of things. I love finding out about the different cultures, different
Mhm.
foods. I'm really excited about travel, and I've done a bit of mission work in the past. So to be able to connect with people from all over the world is like the best thing
Right.
for
Yeah.
me. To be able to build up friendships, and because we've got goals to travel as well, to be able to see their part of the world through their eyes, not just as a tourist, is exciting, very
Mhm.
exciting to me. So that's one aspect, the community. Um, the mindset, the positive mindset, it's a can-do attitude. And if you don't know something, you learn how to ask a question and reach out for help, and develop. And it's such a friendly environment for learning. we expect that people are not going to be polished and, amazing when you first do a new skill, and it's a part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's such a beautiful, safe space to learn with our community. So yeah, definitely the training, the community, the type of people, the positive mindset. The income is really, really exciting when it comes in at that really nice surprise.
Yeah.
Um, it really is a blessing, and to be able to that sense of achievement as well, that it's my business. Even though I'm building it up for my daughter will have her own business when she's finally ready
Mm-hmm.
for it. But it's a sense of achievement. I have done that for myself. So yeah, there is something that can be said about that, knowing that you've done something in your life that has a ripple effect
Right.
into other people's lives. Um, yeah, I just love. Oh my gosh, there's so many things about this business that I love.
That
So
is so true. And I've been seeing you guys meeting up a lot of times, going to Sydney and,
yeah,
meeting with other ladies and business owners. That is so nice to see, though. And that is also one of the best in this business because we are able to have friends that has the same mindset like we do, you
yeah,
know?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
My
So,
word.
and number five, how much time do you devote to this business on a daily basis?
It really changes for me. I can't really say a definite time. I find that this business weaves in and out of my day. When I have t- spare time, like in my waiting moments,
Mm-hmm.
I can dedicate blocks of time to my business. I'm addicted to the business, can I say? So for me, I could spend a lot of time on here easily. I get caught up in the excitement, the adrenaline of helping other people, seeing their lives change. Very, very easy to spend a lot of time on here. But in saying that as well, there's been times where I just haven't had the ability in the day to really spend time, but that's okay
Right.
because it balances itself out.
Right.
That's, yeah,
So that's one thing though, that it's nice that we have the flexibility, we have our own time that we can you can do either one half an hour, 1 hour, whenever you have time for this business. So yeah, that is really nice to have that flexibility. So
yeah,
you're not stuck into it, that is just like you have to be
exactly.
in this time because they are you are required to do it. So
Yeah,
that is nice to
yeah,
have that flexibility.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think too, because it is your business. So
Right.
you are the CEO, you are the boss.
Hmm.
So you assign the projects that you want to achieve for your business. And um, it's totally up to you, which is really nice. You're the
Yeah.
person you have to answer to.
Hmm. That is really true. You're working for yourself. So
Like,
either you want to go slow or you're going to want to go fast. It's really up to you. That's for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So, what challenges did you encounter in this business? 3 years, and I think
Mm,
no matter how long we are in the business or new we are in the business, we all have challenges in any of the
yeah.
businesses. Anything. It's just like life. So, what are the challenges did you encounter in this business?
I think originally my mindset, because I was in that detective mode, thinking that it was skeptical, that held me back because I didn't just jump in and do it. Like I had that, I restricted myself. So, first of all, that challenge. My own self development, I was so shy and I didn't really understand how to ask the questions that I needed to take me to the next step. I didn't realize it was that culture that it was okay to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself was a big thing for me. Um, and because I was shy, I didn't like this whole seeing my face on the computer and the go lives and all things like that. So that was something I had to overcome. And
Mm-hmm.
when I realized, you know what, it's not about me, it's about helping others to achieve what their goals are. when I had that mind shift, that was a huge step for me for my business.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, definitely those, but also the challenge with my family.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
yeah, because they saw that I was spending a lot of time on my business.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this, hang on a minute. You say that you're doing a business to have more time to spend with us, but
Mm-hmm.
you're doing a lot of work on your business. So there was that battle between, what are you doing, mum? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. That
and
is true. But the only thing also we have to keep in mind that there is no business that it's going to grow if we don't put anything, any time,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
So we have to put that time aside.
Yeah, and it's really time management.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly what you said. If you don't put time into your business is not going to grow. It's going to
Yeah.
be a hobby, and you're going to get a hobby reward.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I needed to learn how to communicate with my family to show them the belief that I had with about my business. And the understanding is when I put time into this business, the reward is the results. And it's those results are going to affect your life as well. So
Mm-hmm.
there was this understanding and the communication, building up the communication skills with my family to understand this is a real business. So you've got to put your business hat on, learn the skills that you need, and you need the time to put into it. Yeah.
Yes.
And communicate it with the rest of the world, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So all right. Any advice, Leanne, that you would like to share with any
Mm,
of the audience? Is skeptical, become
yeah,
people are skeptical, or people doesn't want to
for sure.
believe, or people might want to have this business but just really afraid. And there's a lot
Mm,
of that out there, I think, because of
yeah,
so many scams that's been happening. I mean, the online world is growing, and of course technology is getting better, and people also is finding the way to
yeah,
get some money out of someone without even doing a legitimate work. So
yeah,
what would you suggest?
yeah. Good question. Look, I would say to those people that being skeptical is healthy. You're right on point, but don't allow it to stop you from going forward in your life. This go and check out the information that we have available. Go and organise a spot for the live webinar. There is a live webinar actually starting soon.
Right.
So go and get your link. There's a couple of links just on the screen right now. Go and get your link. Have a piece of paper and a pen there. Write down people's names that are on the webinar. Do your due. Here's this due diligence. And now what that means is go and research these people. Go and have a look at their pages. Ask people questions. Merle is such an approachable lady. She's an amazing coach and a mentor in her business. Ask Merle the questions. The harder, she's going to love me for this, but the harder they are, the better. Ask her and just do some research. But don't allow your skepticism to stop you from moving forward because this business is changing people's lives. And it's changed my life. It's changed, oh my gosh. To be able to see people go from when they first start their business to even 1 year later, it is just a beautiful process to see that journey unfold. And I would hate to think that you would be in a position where you go, nah, digital businesses isn't real, and you turn around and you just didn't open the door to find out more about it because this is a real one. I was that skeptical person, and I'm still here almost 4 years later, and I can't say enough good things about it. Yes, you will have challenges, and that
Mhm.
is totally up to you how you meet those challenges head on, but you won't be alone in those moments. There is an incredible international business community waiting to answer your questions and to hold your hand as you walk through any challenges that you come across. So,
So truly, and I didn't even thought about, like, checking out all those people, like, during the live webinar, writing their names, which is really a good suggestion, by the way,
Yeah.
because that way you'll be able to look and see on their Facebook page, or
Yeah.
do research about them. So.
And you know what? Even take the next step further. If you can't particularly find those people on the internet, ask Merly, because they may not be using Facebook as their platform to advertise. They may be using another platform.
Mhm.
Sorry, Facebook. But that's reality. So
Yeah,
ask Merly
yeah,
for a hand, and
yeah.
she will connect you with the right people, the right you know, you'll help them to research. That's what we're here for.
Hmm. That
Um,
is true.
yeah.
So, and also some people are using just their nickname, right?
Yes.
Instead of real names. So, and it
Yeah.
happened a lot. So, but
We can help you break through the noise of that. Yeah, for
right,
sure.
right. That's so true. And we have Marvia is watching us
All
from
right.
Canada.
Oh,
Thank you, Marvia. And so, to all of you who are going to be watching later on, I thank you all for supporting us. And Leanne, I thank you for being here with me today. And
my
the
pleasure.
dog didn't get out,
We
and
just have the
Leanne is
Maggie today.
there inside. Because the
There's,
last time,
there's always something. I'll never forget our very first meet up where the dogs escaped from my house and a neighbor had saved them from being run over, and I was in the middle of the live
yeah,
interview. Oh my goodness! But anyhow,
yeah, we are doing good today, and everything, things happen. But thank you all for being here with us. Thank you, Leanne.
my
And
pleasure. My pleasure.
we'll see you guys again next time. So thank you. Bye bye.
Bye,
And
guys.
happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.